Hi everyone, let me introduce you to my latest questionable financial decision, a 1986 AW11 MR2, a late 80s rear-wheel drive mid-engine JDM car. It's been my dream to own a cool JDM car for ages, and I stumbled across this deal of a car plus tons of spare parts on Facebook Marketplace. Too good of a deal to pass up, and I'm a sucker for those pop-up headlights. So considering I almost had the funds and plenty of time due to uni break, I decided to go for it. Now let me just say, this is my first ever project car, so it might be slightly in over my head, but hey, that's what friends and the internet are for. For reference, the MR2 looks something like this. And this is what my MR2 looks like. Everything but the steering and suspension was stripped from the car. The engine was disconnected from everything but mounted, and the front body panels and headlights were on but nothing connected. Sure, it was a lot of work, but hey, I was happy to learn and very, very motivated to do this. Behold the wiring harness, aka the forbidden spaghetti. This clip also has the engine harness on top of the chassis harness, by the way. After sorting out what I had gotten from the deal into shelves and clearing some space, we emptied out the car. It had a lot of interior pieces and boxes inside of it. After doing a little bit of a stock take, I found that I had 2 to 3 cars worth of spares, like hoods, quarter panels, and AC parts. Hopefully these can help to fund the build later on. For storage, I had a bunch of different shelves and boxes. On this shelf I put the spare headlights and radiators on it, along with the exhaust, and the spare bonnets were also behind it. On the second shelf there was important interior bits, and there were a few random Ziploc bags that the previous owner had included. They were unlabeled, so this made it a bit of a pain, and there was also 2 plastic containers with miscellaneous nuts, also more fun. We had to pull the engine, as the previous owner had stripped everything down for rust removal, basically finished it, lost interest, and now put the engine back in quickly for transport. So I called the boys over and we started to remove the engine. We initially used a trolley jack. However, even on rims, the trolley jack didn't go high enough. So to fix this, we put the engine on a low dolly and then used the engine crane that was on the engine to lift the car up even higher. We then placed the car on crates to support it, and eventually we picked up the car high enough so that the low dolly could be rolled out from under the car.
Just spin around.
It's upside down.
Upside down.
What's up, dude? What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
Do you reckon we'll ride it?
What's up, dude?
No, I wouldn't.
You mean to put it more up?
No.
I've seen people go for those points before. I mean,
All the way.
wait, can someone pass me like a long bit of wood, maybe?
No, we'll just wiggle it down.
Sure, because I'm trying to get us to clear that. And I don't really want to put my fingers there right now. They're attached.
It's going.
Yes, boy.
It was hard work, but after 3 whole hours of figuring it out, we did it and got the engine transmission out. I had a running to-do list set up, and here you can see the aftermath of removing almost all the engine accessories and a photo of the bare engine. I was initially just going to clean the exterior and assemble the accessories, but I figured whilst I had the motor out, I might as well upgrade it, so I looked into forged pistons and rebuild kits. This was going to be quite costly given that I had spent almost all my money on the car and the tools to work on it. I also owed my parents a little bit of money for the car, so I decided to put the motor rebuild a little bit further down the line. Now this "whilst I'm here" curse is going to be quite a repeated theme for this project. Like I pull the engine out and decide to do an engine rebuild with forged internals, or like later when I'm respraying the car and decide to redo the insulation. Anyways, after lowering the car, I started to piece together some more of the interior, trying to figure out where everything went and how to attach the steering column. Trying to put all of these interior panels, trying to figure out what's what. Started to put a little bit into the car, so you can see we've got floor mats, a little bit of the center console. Over there we've got a little bit of interior panel going on, got some of the dash. Trying to figure out where the steering goes, where it mounts to, because you can see the spline in the right back there, which goes onto there. But trying to figure out where these points mounts to. Time lapse of me mounting the steering bracket to the car and linking up the spline for the steering rack with the steering column. Steering now. Turn the wheel. Oh my god. It's not easy because it's stopped, but I can rotate the wheels now. Fuck yeah. As I mentioned before, rebuilding the engine would be complex and costly for me, being my first time working on a car, let alone an engine rebuild. So I decided to work on cleaning and preparing for painting to prevent further rust damage to the chassis. So I removed all the bumpers, the pop-up headlights, the doors, and the front, boot, and engine bay covers. This allowed me to access the parts that I needed to clean. Then I covered all the pipes, connectors, handbrake, and steering wheel column with tape and bags. I then used a power washer, a hose, and some soapy sponges to clean down the car. After washing the car, I cleaned the engine a bit and made sure to cover and seal all head openings, as this engine will be stored for a while. After this, it looked a lot better, only needing to be degreased. The driver's side doesn't have any insulation foam on the floor, but it does have on there, which I'm going to remove. And as for the passenger side has flaky insulation, and I've started removing the insulation. As you can see, I decided to remove the factory sound deadening because it was peeling and coming off. The driver's side floor and center console area didn't have any passenger side and was chipping. I figured I could improve the sound deadening and heat leakage from factory. To remove the sound deadening, I chipped at the insulation with a hammer, chisels, and screwdrivers. I then wire brushed all the surfaces, removing the rust, the residue from the insulation, and preparing the surface for spraying. This is a before and after of the wire brushing of the seat back area. And lastly, I just want to say a massive thanks to my mates for helping out, and thanks to you for watching the first video of this series. Now I'm hopeful that next time maybe I finish the rust removal with the welding and the sanding and body filler, maybe the interior is fully painted, and hopefully some progress has been made on the wiring harness or engine rebuild. Please leave any questions or comments down below, and stay tuned for the next video. Goodbye.